Welcome in, basketball fans. Happy MLK Monday to everybody. We are coming to you from Milton, Georgia. Grind Session Basketball Power Conference Girls action from St. Francis High School here in Milton. And we've got a good one coming your way. Next, our second game on the slate today, we've got the Dragons of Arizona Compass out of Chandler, Arizona, taking on Grind Prep. Grind Prep from Oklahoma City, and Grind Prep the winners last night in a triple overtime 109-105 thriller, instant classic on the Grind Session YouTube channel. We got to get Chris Gerard, our production guy, to come up with Grind Session classics. And last night's game would be on the top of that. And I was talking with some of the girls. We were out there talking to the girls, asking who was tired and who was sore, and they all are. They're all a little tired. The coaching staff said we let them sleep in this morning. By the time they got out of here last night and able to get some rest, we had some girls cramping up. One of the coaches said we were drinking pickle juice and all kinds of things to keep that from happening. But you've got to wonder what kind of energy they're going to come out here with in this game.
Yeah, the assistant coach came up to me right before the game and said, I got them all pickle juice, so they were drinking pickle juice. But like you said, CJ, there was 2 or 3 of them that were cramping up, especially Jayla Jackson. You know, she was dynamite out there. But the coach did a good job because on offense, he kept her in late in the game, and then on defense, he was pulling her out, subbing her out. So, because she was in foul trouble as well. She had 5 fouls. So it was really, it was like a chess match last night between both teams.
And we're underway here in our second game, and it's Compass with the first possession. They're in black. Ball inside, back out. Good-looking jump shot. Not able to convert by Peace. Just an 8th grader. And Compass, coached by James Singleton. And I like the fact that Grind Prep came out with some half-court pressure. I always, in early games or in games where you're wondering about the energy that a team has to press and get them going, get them up and down, get them having to play fast out of the gate here and see what happens. Here's Mitchell with the ball inside. Good defense by Douglas. And there's Jayla. Webster able to get that rebound down.
I would have thought that Compass would have pressed them right at the get-go, knowing that they played 3 triple overtimes last night.
Might be.
So, and Compass was here watching the game.
Yeah. Might have some heavy legs here for the Compass girls, or I'm sorry, for the Grind girls. That shot did not hit the rim, neither did that one, so we've got a shot clock violation. I guess we're going to play. And here's Jayla Jackson. My goodness, that's Minor, one of the top juniors in the country.
We cannot miss Jackson with her
There's my
neon green shoes.
There she is.
Yep.
And there's a turnover for Grind. And then a steal right back for Grind Prep. Block shot as Mitchell blocks that one. Fire to the corner, the left-handed jumper, no. Oh. And wow, she went down hard. Sanaya Douglas.
Compass is getting their shots off.
Yep.
Just not making them. Yesterday, they were actually over in the auxiliary gym, defeated Zephyrus Christian from Florida, 63-58.
There's Mitchell. The elbow. And she knocks down the jumper. Zoe, the first bucket, and the Dragons with the 2-0 lead here. Here's Minor. There's Jayla Jackson. She'll drive it and foul. That's going to be a hand check foul on Norwood. Kalea with that foul, first team foul. And they'll inbound it to Douglas. She's the first one I went over to and asked how she was feeling. And she said, I'm not going to lie. We're sore. I'm sore and tired.
You stated earlier, Coach let him sleep in today.
There's a long jumper. And Muse, no good. Rebound Grind, and Jackson will bring it up for Grind Prep, and she'll turn it over, and a foul. That foul is going to be on Jayla Jackson. And that'll be the first team foul on Grind Prep. Peace with the ball. She's going to be double teamed. You don't want to jump in there. There's Jackson. She'll get it to Douglas. They'll fire it ahead. Minor now will set some things up. That could be an illegal screen. Wow, that was a lot of contact there. Here's Jackson on the drive. And she loses the handle. And they're going to say Compass. The Dragons last to touch that one. Now here's an interesting substitution. The young lady that just checked in, number 5, Brooke Saunders, a 7th grader. She only played last night because she had to come off the bench and hit 2 clutch free throws. So she's inside a couple of minutes, and that's going to be a blocking foul. And Asari Muse going to be called for that foul. Going to be the second team foul. And that's almost one of those where she fell, created some contact, Minor lost the handle. So you have to call the foul. Otherwise, I think he was just going to let that go.
Yeah, it almost looked like a flop.
Yeah. Here's Aldridge. She gets a bucket, and we're tied at 2. 5.5 to go, first period here. And you wonder how Grind Prep emotionally, I mean, that was a huge win last night. How are they going to come out mindset for today's contest? Inside, no good. Minor loses the handle of that one. Out of bounds off the Webster miss.
Yeah, you mentioned Brooke coming in last night, the youngster, 7th grader, and she hit 2 clutch free throws, and they were nothing but net.
We had, I think it was Jayla Jackson that was fouled on a drive, and she was cramping up, and they went out to see how she was doing, and an offensive foul. And they went out to see how she was doing, so they had to sub her out of the game. And Brooke went in and hit nothing but the bottom on 2 clutch free throws. And we're going to have a foul on Asari, and that's going to be her second. And so she's going to come out of this contest. 5:04 to go, first period here. 2-2's our score. Here's Jackson. Being double teamed, has her glasses knocked off of her. Madison Aldridge, ball's tipped out to Brooke. Comes up, Compass with it. There's a drive, no good. Mitchell with the rebound. Norwood got it. Norwood the putback, 4-2, AZ Compass. Jackson will bring it up for Grind Prep. And Minor going to be called for kind of pushing her way through that screen. Deandra with her first foul, 3rd team foul. So with 4:15 to go, both teams at 3 team fouls.
We got a low-scoring game here, too.
Low-scoring physical contest. The last game that we had wasn't, I mean, each team had 2-3 fouls in a period. We're already at 3. There's Douglas on the inside, and we're tied at 4. Norwood on the inside. That's not a foul on Douglas. And a shot clock violation. Compass with an 8th grade point guard. 8th grade point guard running the show for AZ Compass. Here's Aldridge. Madison, screen roll action. That ball knocked away from Perry. And here's Alasia with the layup. And it's 6-4 Dragons. We got kind of a slow start to this one. Our second game of the day here in Georgia. There's Douglas on the drive. She's fouled. And that's going to be on Franco.
Hey, we already know how it's going to go. Don't say nothing. We're good.
And Sanaya Douglas with the free throw. 6-5 our score. Minor will check back in the game as Brooks Saunders will take a seat.
Minor had a big game last night.
Yeah, good player.
She stepped up in the overtime. The first and second overtime.
And third.
Yeah.
And fourth. And fifth. No. That's another reference, JP and the O word over here. JP and the O word. He keeps using the O word. Yeah, I still have some coffee to spill in his lap. Deep three, no good by Samuels Piles. Minor will get it ahead to Madison. Finds Jackson. Jayla from deep, no good. And the travel. She did. And Coach James Singleton looked at her and said, "You did." That's that 8th grade Alasia Peace, 8th grade point guard.
Out of Apache Junction, Arizona.
We need the subs to come down here a little bit. For some reason, JP looks like a scoreboard operator, and they just come over and set by JP. As a fire ahead, Norwood not able to save that. It'll be out of bounds to Grind Prep. Turnover, AZ Compass.
This is our second of 5 games today on
Just
MLK
5.
Monday.
Just 5 today. 5 yesterday, 5 today. Here's Minor doing some work. Has the ball knocked away by Franco. Peace picks it up. She's going to push it for the Dragons. Backs it back out. A good look. Dribble shot. Very good. Samuel Piles with the jumper, and it's 8-5 Dragons. Minute 40 to go. First period action here from Georgia as Aldridge pulls up and ties it with a deep triple. And it's 8-8, minute and a half to go.
All right, both teams are starting to heat up
a
right
little
now.
bit.
Yep. And if it's anything like yesterday, fasten your seatbelts.
I don't want to say wake up because I think they're awake and ready to go. They're just starting to loosen up. Oh, they'll fire. The youngster will fire from deep, no good. Jackson the rebound. They'll get it ahead Aldridge, and that's just, you can see that one kind of coming. That's one of those know your personnel thing where I'm not sure what Douglas was going to do if she caught that. But you can see already here this morning that, I guess it's afternoon, that Grind Prep subbing often, getting girls in and out, and there's a steal by Douglas. And she'll go the distance, lay up, and the score is 10-8.
Yeah, and the Compass girls keep checking in with me, so I got to send them to the middle.
Inbound it to Samuels Piles.
Give it back.
And we've got a foul. So the foul is going to be on Perry. She fouled out of last night's contest. And Samuels Piles
Well, next time let them wait till you ask for help before you give it to them.
So are they saying she was on the line and we're only going to shoot 2? Yeah, I don't know what they said 3, but they only gave her 2. She made them both, and we're tied at 10. 23 seconds to go as Miner gets it into the front court for Grind Prep. Whips that pass over to Aldridge.
Looks like Compass is in a 2-3 zone.
They have time to score if they can get it. Franco from the left corner. Not good enough, and 10-10's our score. After our first 9 minutes, each team with 10. We'll come back, second quarter action in a minute. This is the Grind Session. So back and ready for quarter number 2. We are at St. Francis High School in Milton, Georgia. MLK weekend. I'm starting to really like the city of Atlanta, Jesse. I like Atlanta. Been here 3 times since November. I don't want to say this year. Twice this year. Once in November of last year. Here's Jackson on the drive. Franco with good defense. Just trying to get out of the way of that. No foul called. So Compass will bring it up. Left-handed shot by Samuels Piles. Not good. Jackson pushes. Miner from the left wing. No. Douglas the rebound, and she's fouled. Ginger Allred going to be guilty of the contact.
Hey, stop. You're good. You're good. Coach, let it go. You know we're going to call it. Just let it go. Let it go.
And Douglas.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Douglas will shoot a pair.
We already knew.
Got the first one.
Hey, watch the zone.
And it's 11-10. Douglas makes it 12-10 with 2 free throws. They got to get that ball up the floor. This is one of those situations where shot clock violation. Now make sure that they understand they've got 1 second, 2 seconds to get it up. So 30-second timeout by Arizona Compass. And the Dragons will have 2 seconds to get the ball up the court. JP, I'm on banner watch, and our banner's been knocked down over there. Let's get somebody on that.
Oklahoma has a nice crowd up there. See if I have time to run over there. If not, next game, big game, 2 o'clock, DME Academy from Florida versus Royal Crown, the world champion rematch.
And there's a steal. Perry with the steal. Off to Jackson. Miner. Good thing she's long. Corner triple, no good. Douglas the offensive rebound and put back in. It's 14-10. Franco from the right corner. No.
Press the ball.
Here comes Douglas. Grind pushes. Oh, she had a shot at the free throw line. Adamson. Kobe for three, and it's 17-10. This is Grind Prep. Largest lead of the ball game for them. Allred getting it inside. And there's a bucket by Zoe Mitchell. She gets that to roll in. 17-12. Dragons down by 5. Here's Minor. Douglas, she'll fire from 3. Got it. Sanaya Douglas, a 5'11" freshman. And I said this earlier. Last night we talked about it. You better get Grind Prep now because they are young and talented.
Douglas has 9 points right now.
9 of the 20.
Leading scorer. Correction, she's got 12 points.
12, okay, that last 3 was kind of in the cloud somewhere waiting for her. From Jesse's computer to JP's phone. There's a drive, and we'll get a foul. And the foul's going to be on Douglas. And Tayana Samuels-Piles will go to the free throw line for the Dragons to shoot a couple.
Somebody has to get back.
One more free throw. Knocks that down. 20-14 our score. As Jackson brings it up for Grind Prep.
Compass playing a little man-to-man.
Talking to the Grind Prep
Defense right
coaching
now.
staff, and they referenced, and there's a foul. It's going to be a reaching foul on Zoe Mitchell. They referenced the fact when I was talking with the coaches that in last night's ball game, Royal Crown, that they beat Grind Prep last year. You brought it up in the broadcast that they beat them last year in the playoffs, and they kind of remembered that. And then the coach kind of referred to a game that they played against Royal Crown last year in Ohio and losing that game in a close game. So there was some motivation for the girls last night for Grind Prep. So they had no trouble getting up for Royal Crown and playing in that game. The secret is going to be, can they get up and play in today's game in Douglas with a strong drive and layup right there. She'll go to the free throw line after the foul and shoot one. And she gets her own rebound. Only one on the line as Minor drives and she can't score. Perry, the putback, and Sadari Perry. And that's just, you don't like to see happen if you're Compass. As the point guard gets trapped, Douglas the steal and the layup, and it's 26-14 as Grind Prep finding that energy that they need. Here's Franco from the right corner. No.
She had a nice look there.
She did have a good look. Minor with the block shot. And Adamson will pick up that loose ball. She'll turn it over. Here comes P. She knows, oh, she's just going to drive it. And Minor with another block shot, and it's going to be off of the shooter, Elijah Peace, and that's just going to be basketball to Grind Prep as Deandra with the block shot. Couple of block shots down there on that end. And an illegal screen going to be called on Madison Aldridge.
Got a couple subs coming in for Compass.
Trying to keep some fresh bodies. It's going to be interesting the second half. See what kind of energy Grind Prep they've come out. I would have said a little sluggish to start this one, 10-10 after the first quarter. But they've outscored them 16-4 here in the second quarter, so they're showing really good energy here. There's a jumper from the corner, got it. And that is Norwood for three.
It's a big three for Compass.
Cuts the lead to 10. As Jayla Jackson increasing that scoring championship or that scoring lead as Minor misses from 3. Dragons with the rebound. Sorry, Amusi. She fires it ahead to Norwood. And that's just great defense by Perry. Block shot to fire ahead to Madison Aldridge. Left hand, no. And the rebound coming down to Peace, and she will push it for the Dragons. Minor picking up that loose ball. We're going to get a blocking foul. And that foul is going to be on number 24, Adriana Mumbari, and Deandra. Right? Did I get it? Deandra Minor to the free throw line. Top 15 junior in the country. A little short, maybe the legs are a little tired there. As Tylee Moore checks in, that's another 7th grader. They've got a talented roster in Grind Prep. They're not real deep. They've got youth on the bench, 7th graders on the bench coming off and having to play as Minor makes that free throw. Douglas will check into the game. And with 4:40 to go on the half, it's 27-16. There's Asari. Finds Allred in the corner. She'll drive it, kick it off. Good look. How about that? And that's Asari Amusi says, I'll take it. I'll take that. And score it. There's a little dribble penetration by one 7th grader. Kicks it off to the other 7th grader. And Moore with the easy bucket. Here's a rebound by Douglas. She'll fire it ahead to Adamson. Oh, why not? Why not? Brooke Saunders says, I'll shoot that. And Compass firing it ahead. Just a 2. Just a 2 for Adriana. And it's 29-20 with 3.5 to go here first half. There's Madison. Aldridge, no. Battling for that rebound. Douglas comes up with it, and she gets the roll. I think she used all that rim that time.
And Grind Prep has a few of their starters getting some rest on the bench right now.
Yeah, they have one starter on the floor right now, and that's Douglas.
Yeah, I saw Jackson behind. She was stretching her leg, but she looks pretty good today.
And there's Brooke Saunders, the 7th grader from Edmond, Oklahoma, with a triple. And it's 34-20. Some valuable playing time for these youngsters. As an 8th grader, just beats her off the dribble. That's an 8th grader and a 7th grader. This is high school basketball, right? Not junior high? Here's Douglas. She's just a freshman. And obviously a foul, and that will be on Sanaya Douglas. Is that 2 for her, Jess? That's the 3rd team foul. 34-22 our score. 2:23 to go. Here's Norwood. She'll bring it up for the Dragons. She is left-handed, so if you're going to force her to go left, she'll say okay. Peace with the drive and the score.
Nice floater on the baseline there.
34-24. Aldridge, she'll drive. Wide open, she misses it. and a travel. I was blocked by the official, so I'm not sure if she traveled or not. I couldn't really tell. I know she was spinning, the ball was loose, and the guy on the baseline called it. Maybe he had the better angle to see that. Nonetheless, a turnover on the Dragons, and it'll be Grind Prep basketball. Here's Jackson. I think Jessie told me with her performance last night, she's up to averaging a little over 27 points a ball game now, and she gets a bucket there. Jayla Jackson. That's a deep three, no good. Rebound coming down to Aldridge, to Minor. She's wanting somebody to cut back door. Six on the shot clock for Grind Prep. They've got to do something with it. Jayla. And that's a shot clock violation. They're going to say that Peace has the ball. And that possession's going to go. And she's going to get called. Oh! I thought for sure she was going to be called for a charge there, but no. That's going to be Madison Aldridge with the blocking foul. It'll be underneath the basket. 4 team fouls on both squads as we are under a minute to play here in the first half. Back out to Peace. Fires from three, no. Mitchell the rebound inside to Norwood. All right, that's good basketball. 36-26. 34 seconds to go as Grind Prep.
A big stop for Compass. They need a big stop right here.
Stop and a bucket and a full timeout. Coach Adamson knows the rules. Use it or lose it. 27.2. We'll just keep it here. 36-26 our score. Compass doesn't want to foul. Both teams will be in the bonus. It was 10-10 after the first quarter. So Grind Prep finding some energy, scoring 26 points here in the quarter. JP, what are our numbers looking like?
Sonia Douglas has 18 points.
Wow.
Quiet 18 points. She's the leading scorer right now. For Compass, the leading scorer is Samuel. Looks like Samuel and Peace have 6 apiece. And Norwood has 6.
So balanced scoring for the Dragons. And Sanaya Douglas leading the way for Grind Prep. We'll see what Coach Adamson draws up and designs out of this timeout. He'll get the ball at half court. He's got a 10-point lead, 17 on the shot clock for Grind as they inbound it. Minor will set it up and run something for Grind Prep.
And Douglas is 7 for 7.
Oh, here she is with the basketball.
And 1 for 1 from 3. So
3 on the shot clock. They've got to do something, and that's coming to you.
That's a pass to Coach.
See, he's got timeout he could use and set something up. So a full timeout. Coach knows if he doesn't use them, he loses them. So he's going to just kind of talk about defense, but not their full. So Compass has full timeout if they want to use them. Yep. So Grind Prep talked a little bit about how they wanted to defend this final 11.6 seconds. Kobe Adamson here, number 4 in the white. She puts her hair under her jersey. Do you think you could play like that with your hair under your jersey? I couldn't play in long sleeves. We see players playing in long sleeves. I don't think I could play in a long sleeve shirt. I have trouble broadcasting in long sleeves. Okay, so we're going to inbound the ball. Compass got 11, got to go. Full court pressure from Grind Prep. Going to force the pace here. There's Perry contesting a 3-point shot, and that was a good bucket. Amusi, and 36-29 is our halftime score. A big finish, a stop, and a bucket for the Dragons, and they close the gap to 7. We'll take our break, come back in about 7 minutes. ladies Power Conference basketball on the Grind Session.
She's different. She's different, or I would say she's a flat-out dog. Really, that comes from where we come from. That's all there is to it. You ain't got a choice but to be tough in New Mexico. So I really say it's the way she grew up. It comes from her family. It's in her blood, and it comes from where we're from.
One thing that's special about Albuquerque and like the people that live here is that I would say just our heart and like how hard we want to work to be successful. I feel like we have a lot of people here who are very hungry and like willing to work as hard as they possibly can to make their dreams come true. So I would say that's one of my favorite things about New Mexico. I mean, it means everything to me to be Hispanic and be a part of the select few that are playing at my level, and just there's a select few of Hispanics in the WNBA, and just knowing that I could be one of the few that join them next means everything to me. A lot of people don't understand how hard I've truly worked to get to where I'm at. So I would just say that like I want people to know how hard I've worked and how much humility I've put into this sport and how much time I've taken to become where I'm at, and I just want people to remember me as somebody who worked as hard as she possibly could to get to where she is now.
What makes Bella Hines special is just her everyday work ethic. She's the first one at the gym, last one to leave. She does everything that's asked of her and more. I mean, she can dribble the ball, shoot the ball. She plays defense, she rebounds. She's just one of the best female basketball players that I've ever seen. It's a pleasure to be around her, and we just know her continuous work ethic is only going to make her better and better. But she's probably one of the nicest young ladies off the court, but when she steps in those lines, the only thing I can see is just a dog. She just turns into somebody else, and then she walks off the court, and now she's back to just the cool, nice Bella Hines cracking jokes and dancing.
We're talking about Bella Hines. Yeah, y'all better get ready. She here. Yeah, it's a show. She's the show. And this is the Grind Session.
Never gave it. I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them. We ain't never making no. Back for everything I ever lost. I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth. We in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big Low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce I'm trying. Let me cook.
Welcome to the Grind Session.
Let her cook. Big Low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce I'm trying. Let me cook.
So Bella asked to play basketball when she was probably in 5th grade. She always would play at the community center. One day she just said, "Mom, let me play," because she always played baseball. And I said, "Okay, we'll try it out." First practice, I went home and I told my husband, "She's pretty good, let's let her play." First game ever, she dropped 28. So I was like, okay, she's playing basketball.
It's been amazing, the support that she gets, you know, from the local community, the basketball community, people coming up to us all the time and wishing her luck and telling us how they followed her journey. It's just really, really exciting for her to have the opportunity to grow, and then our community be behind her and push her, you know, on this journey and support and post and show up and wear her jerseys. It's all really just cool, man. It's an amazing place to come from. We love it here.
Shoot, it's amazing, honestly. I mean, knowing that I'm one of the few only active high school athletes to be a part of Jordan means absolutely everything to me. It's like a dream come true, because when I was younger, I never think I'd be the first, I'd be the only active high school athlete to be signed with Jordan in high school. So it's definitely just a blessing. I had other brands that I could have worked with, but Jordan just felt like a family to me, and I wanted to be a part of it.
When the family told me about it, her dad told me about the Jordan deal, I mean, I thought it was amazing. I didn't know what to expect. But I mean, she's got so many boxes of Jordans and shoes, and I mean, the family, they got everything, man. It's a pleasure to see. I'm still waiting on my pair of shoes or my sweatsuit. You know, I don't mean to be selfish, but her closet looks like a Foot Locker. So, I mean, I'm proud of her. She deserves every bit of it.
Like, I think about a lot is Kobe Bryant's when he said, rest in the end, not in the middle. And I feel like that really, like, stood out to me just because I feel like there are times, like, even in games and stuff, like, I get tired and I want to rest, but I know, like, if I rest now, like, the outcome isn't going to be what I wanted. But I feel like it's the same thing with life in general. Like, you can't rest, you can't settle, but once you make it to the end, like, you can eventually rest.
Man, 3,000 was definitely a milestone that we had on the goal sheet a long time ago. I know Bella was something that she wanted to accomplish when she started high school basketball. So this has been something we've been working towards for a long time. And Bella, you know, it's really all credited to Bella's time in the gym and the work that she puts in. It's the effort, it's the time, it's the the want to accomplish these goals. And man, 3,000, seeing that today is, man, it's really satisfying as a parent to see your kid achieve the goals that, you know, that they've set out for themselves a long time ago and become successful at the things they want to be successful at.
Her scoring 3,000 just is so legendary. I mean, you hear about somebody scoring 1,000 or somebody scoring 2,000, but to get 3,000 points in her career is just being amazing. Being a part to be able to watch it, just her journey of scoring 50s and 60s and realize that this is what it came out to. Scoring 3,000 points is just as special for her and her family.
I mean, it means everything to me to hit the 3,000 point mark. I mean, I hit 1,000 points my sophomore year, 2,000 points my junior year, and then just for like the cherry on top, just to hit it senior year means a lot to me. It was just really showing how hard I've worked and like all my hard work paying off. So honestly, I'm just glad to be a part of a select few that have actually hit 3,000 points.
It's all going down in Albuquerque, or should I say the Q? Yeah, the Q, man, we're here. Bella Hines is ready to show out, and she's chasing 3,000. Can you buy that? Can you say that? 3,000 club, yeah! Bella Hines coming into the game 14 points away from 3,000 points. And she's weaving through traffic, knocking down the 3 points away. She needs this 3 for 3,000. Bang! Bella Hines.
Man, the grind session has been great for Bella. It really has. I mean, we're playing against some of the most skilled girls in the country. It's not regular high school basketball. So it's really pushing Bella to be great. And that's all we want, is for Bella to be great and have the opportunity to be on the court with Division I players on a regular basis. And it's given her an opportunity to show her skills all throughout the country and show that she could play at a high level against the best players in the country. So you can't do nothing but go up from there.
So after a sluggish first quarter that ended 10-10, Grind Prep outscores Arizona Compass 26-19 in the second quarter and have a 36-29 lead as we enter third quarter play. Game number 2 of 5 on the schedule. Welcome back. We are in Milton, Georgia at St. Francis High School. MLK weekend. A whole bunch of good basketball to come your way here on the Grind Session YouTube channel. JP, got some first half numbers for us?
Yes. First off, we're going to go with the leading scorer is Sonia Douglas with 18 points for the Grind Prep. She's actually 7 for 7 from 2-point range and 1 for 1 from 3-point range.
All right.
So she's having a nice first half. For Compass, we got Samuels with 6 points, Peace with 6 points, and Norwood with 6 points. So they're spreading the ball around. The biggest takeaway for the first half is Compass is shooting 12 from 41 from the field, and Grind Prep is shooting 14 for 32. Compass is out rebounding them 26-23. So Compass they just got to start making some shots.
Yep, hanging in there, just got to knock down a shot or two. Here's Pieces. We get started, and it's Dragons basketball. She steps through that double team, and Mitchell loses the handle, and Adamson starting the quarter here. And there's a strong rebound, and that's out the door. So Minor will bring it up. Some full court pressure from the Dragons. Minor to Douglas in the middle. Douglas will fire, and there's the first miss of the game for her. And that'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Arizona Compass basketball.
Get out of there, bro!
So here's Peace. Going to use that ball screen, dribbles through that, and kicks it to the corner. Norwood, the lefty, no good. As Adamson comes down with that rebound, she'll fire it ahead to Minor. And Grind Prep with their second possession of the second half. Here's Jackson. And she'll just have that taken away from her. And a layup. Asari Amuzi. Grind Prep with a couple of early turnovers here in the second quarter, or second half. Third quarter, here's Jackson. Back to Douglas. And there's another turnover. Felix was open, but he's on his phone, so he was in no position to catch and shoot that. There's a turnover by the Dragons, trying to pass that ball through a lot of traffic as Minor pushes, and she gets that shot blocked and shot blocked again, and it'll be a jump ball, and it'll stay possession to Grind Prep, 17 on the shot clock, as Ginger Allred checks in for Nia Webster. Here's Minor with the miss. Peace will push for the Dragons, and she'll just take it. Oh, my goodness. She had a layup. Drives me crazy. She had a layup, and there's Douglas. A layup on this end. They just make up their mind to pass the ball before, as she's driving, she's like, I'm going to fire to the corner, and she had a layup.
We have to remember she's in 8th grade.
Yeah.
But still.
Allred, that's no travel? Okay. As she just strolls down the key and gets a bucket. Ginger brings her team to within 5, 38-33. She's guarding Minor. Here's Jackson. And a steal by Mitchell. Wide open layup missed by Asari. Here's Kobe Adamson. She'll back it back out and turn it over. Thought she was going to set things up, but Amusi with the steal pulls up from the free throw line. No good. That's a great shot. Piece the offensive rebound. Allred with it blocked by Jackson. And here's Minor. Floater no good. Mitchell the rebound. They fire it ahead. Piece the floater, no. So Grind Prep starting the third quarter off kind of like they started the game off, a little sluggish. They were loose in the second quarter, had a great second quarter. Here's Jackson with the floater, and she scores. And that's the first bucket for Jackson here in the second half. There's Peace. Norwood, she'll fire from 3. Got it. And it's 40-36. Compass making a little run here as we start quarter number 3. Ginger going to stay right on Minor. Douglas, she'll drive left, pull up. Another miss. That's her second miss. Here's Norwood. Oh, she just drives it and scores, and a foul. Now that's a great decision to keep it. Bucket is going to count, and that foul is going to be on Sadari Perry. First team foul. Norwood will go to the free throw line to shoot one. 40-38 is our score with 4:38 to play. I'm a numbers guy. Why do I always see stuff like that? Third quarter. And the putback, Adriana Mumbre, and that's tie ball game. And Compass has come all the way back from trailing at the half to tie this game up. And that's great defense by the Dragons. Piece ahead. And that rebound will be.
Now you have to wonder if Grind Prep is just tired from last night.
That's a good point. That's why I say they had that little lull at halftime where they were relaxed, maybe muscles relaxing. Wow. And hand it to Amusi, and she just fires it over the rim. So here's Minor. Step back, spin move. And Deandra. My goodness. Here's Allred. No. Perry the rebound. Aldridge, 42-40. Inside. And that's Tylee Moore, the 7th grader with a bucket. And it's 44-40. Sorry for 3. That's a short, and we're okay. And we've got some substitutes in. These young ladies are playing. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. The grind. They call it the grind session. It is a grind. And what are they learning? Play back-to-back games. You get in tournament play, you're going to play back-to-back come tournament time. So you might as well get used to this. There's a step through, no good. Norwood is going to fight more for the rebound. And it's going to be a jump ball. The possession will stay Dragons. And there's 17 on the shot clock. So Arizona Compass will inbound it. They trail 44-40. 2:57 to go. Here's Peace.
And you mentioned yesterday that the grind is like a college atmosphere. These players, you know, they're traveling, they're flying, they're driving, they're staying in hotels, and, you know, they got 2 games.
And the intensity of these games, I mean, the energy that you've got to bring to play at this level every night, that's the challenge for coaches. As Grind Prep will keep possession on the jump ball. Here's Aldridge, step through, trying to drop that off. They do kick it to Perry. Back to Moore. She fires from 3. No. Madison with that rebound. Aldridge gets it again. No good. Perry. No good. Fighting her own teammate for it. And Perry. Sadari. How many chances did they get there, JP?
I counted 3 right there. Might have been 4.
Yeah, I think Aldridge missed 3 or 4. And here's Grind Prep. Minor on the break. Left hand. Got it. 48-40 now. 8-0 run by Grind Prep. They picked up the energy a little bit here. And Minor with the foul. She's going to get caught for reaching. How many on her? That's her second. DeAndre. You know, it's funny. I always tell a story about a prolific prep boys player that when I didn't say his name right, and she was quick to come over and tell Jesse this morning that it's not Deandra, it's Deandra. So I'm sorry. I'm just going to call her D. D minor. Is that a musical term? I don't know what it means either. I'm not an instrument player. I'm going to call her D sharp because she's a good player. How's that?
I'm going to call her Money. Every
Money.
time she gets the ball underneath, it's automatic.
Why don't we just call her by her name? That's what she wants. She probably just wants that. Here she is with the ball. One of the top juniors in the country we're talking about. And a jump ball this time. As she kind of dribbled into that double team and
Grind's on an 8-0 run right now.
yeah, Norwood. That goes up over the top.
And they're starting to use their size advantage a little bit, getting some offensive rebound putbacks.
How many rebounds does Douglas have in this ball game? Because she came into this weekend as the second leading rebounder on our circuit.
She's got 6 rebounds right now, 4 offense, 2
Averaging
defense.
about 9 a game, so
Yeah.
Minor with the miss.
Perry's got 9 rebounds.
Okay. There's Mitchell. That's a good shot. Can't get it to go. As Aldridge will pick it up, she gets it ahead to Minor. Back out. And a turnover. Mitchell picks up the steal. Ahead to Norwood. Layup good. And it's 48-42 with 15 seconds to go. Four seconds, 3, 2 seconds. Somebody's got to shoot it. And that's not going to go. So after 3 quarters of play, 48-42 our score. Back with quarter number 4 in about 60 seconds. Welcome back in our final 9 minutes of action in our second game of the day here from St. Francis High School in Milton, Georgia. DeAndre Minor with the basketball. Corner 3, no good.
Coach Singletary just had a nice pep talk with his team, so we'll see if they can pick it up a little bit here in the fourth quarter.
Here's Mitchell. She'll fire it from deep, but it's on the line. So just a two-pointer. Just a two-pointer. So 48-44. And here's Jackson. Kind of been quiet today. She have 38, 39 in last night's game. What did she have? 39. 41. That's right. Player of her game last night, 41. And that triple overtime win for Grind Prep.
And she's got 4 today.
Just 4.
So
a quiet ball game from Jackson. Now, she's the one that was cramping last night and it was hurting and sore. And there she is with it up top.
We got light green shoes versus dark green shoes right there up top.
There's Douglas with the 3-point miss, piece the rebound. She loses the handle. Minor with a great pass to Douglas. And 50-44 our score. There's Peace. And Coach Singleton and the AZ Compass Dragons will call a timeout. He'll have 1 left in the ball game. 7:54 to go here, quarter number 4. And we'll just keep it here. 50-44, 6-point lead for Grind Prep. Our next ball game, the number 1 seed, DME Academy Volts. They are 7-0 in Power Conference play this season. They'll take on the defending world champs, the Royal Crown Lions. 5-1 in Power Conference play. The Lions, after losing that triple overtime thriller last night to this Grind Prep team, 109-105. That's got to be like a heck of a 214 points in a girls game. Might be a Grind record without knowing Grind records. That's a bunch. We had a game earlier in the day between Bella Vista and Hamilton Heights that had 178 points, a 90-88 game. So lots of scoring here this weekend in Georgia as AZ Compass will bring the ball up the floor. Inside, Mitchell. Easy bucket for Zoe.
That was a nice ball fake right there.
50-46 our score. And there's Miner. Straight line drive, and she gets a bucket, and it's 52-46. Fired ahead to Norwood. She's guarded by Jackson. Double team. Loses the handle. Douglas picks it up. Kicks it to Miner, who will drive it. Not able to make it. Here comes Williams. Firing it ahead to Mitchell. Peace. She thought about the triple. Coach wants him passing the basketball, and there's a foul. And we're going to shoot two. And that foul is going to be on Jayla Jackson. And Elijah Peace will go to the free throw line. She got the first one. Couple of subs checking back in. 6:59 to go in this one. 52-47 the score. Perry the rebound. That's 10 for her. You said she had 9, so that's 10 for her.
Back up, Asari.
Here's Douglas on the drive. Traveled.
Asari, back up.
I think everybody in the house had traveling on that one.
Hey, you got middle. Asari, you in the corner.
I'm looking over there in the bleachers. Was today? Did I not get the memo to wear red today? Corner three, now good, but a foul. Foul's going to be on Perry, and we're going to shoot 3 free throws. And Asari Amuzi will go to the line, and she's going to shoot 3, and she'll have a chance to get the Dragons to within 2 if she can knock all these down. I did not jinx her there. That was not me. All right, still has a chance to knock a couple down here. And you know, Grind Prep had a big win yesterday against Royal Crown. And talking with the coaching staff, I asked him what the message to the girls heading into today's ball game. And one of the things that he said was that yesterday's win means nothing if we don't get a win today. So here's Douglas. Let's see if Grind Prep can hang on here. They're up 3. Here's Perry on the inside. That's a good move and a good shot. Sadari Perry, the junior from Oklahoma City, with the bucket there.
And Coach Carlos did a great job yesterday in the overtimes. He used the 24-second clock. He used the substitution, offense and defense. I just think that Grind Prep, I don't think that Royal Crown overlooked them. I just think that Grind Prep needed that win.
And talking with the staff, he referenced more than once the fact that Grind Prep lost to Royal Crown last year in the semifinals. We brought that up in the broadcast yesterday, and the Grind Prep girls remembered that. So shot clock's going to go to 11. And here's Jackson on the drive. Perry with another rebound. Jackson from the corner, no good. We've got a couple of bodies down.
What's the call, ref?
Trainer's over there checking on number 3.
That was Jackson.
Oh, it is Jackson on the ground.
I knew that because I saw the shoes.
Oh.
I saw those shoes glaring at me.
Take it out. Take it out.
That crossing guard green. So she'll be subbed out of the game. It'll be Dragons basketball. And they'll get that ball into Asari. She's directing traffic while she's dribbling that thing up the floor. And she'll have it taken away from her by Aldridge. Madison with the steal. She pushes it. Spin move back to the middle of the key and gets the layup over the front of the rim. And it's 56-51. That was a huge possession. Compass on the turnover there. Norwood back to Williams. Plenty of time left in this one. 5:20 to go in the ball game. Here's Peace. 8th grader being guarded by a 7th grader. Minor gets a hand on that. And a foul. Foul's going to be on DeAndra Minor as she gets a piece of the shooter. And Ashari Amuze will go to the free throw line to shoot one. 3-point ball game. Still a 3-point ball game. Rebound to Douglas. Douglas to Aldridge.
Back up, Asari! Back up, Asari! Go under!
Here's Douglas spinning back to the middle of the key. The step back. No. 5 seconds on the shot clock. It'll stay Grind Prep basketball. They'll have to inbound it and fire something up quickly. And they just get it inside to Minor.
And a foul.
Yeah. Foul's going to be on Norwood. I'm not sure what Kalia did there, but Minor gets the bucket and she'll go to the free throw line for one. Gets it, 59-53 our score.
Get out of there, son!
2-possession ball game, 6-point lead for Grind Prep. Williams will bring it up for the Dragons. 4:35 to go in the ball game. Here's Norwood. There's a 3-point field goal. Ashari Amuzi. And we're back 59-56.
She has 16 points.
Here's Aldridge on the drive. She wants to go back to the middle on that spin move. And great defense by Norwood. She denied
3-on-1.
numbers for the Dragons. Back to Norwood. Block shot by Douglas. So the Dragons had numbers. Grind Prep hustles back. Jackson, good to see her check back into the ball game. She'll come in for Aldridge. Here's Mitchell. Peace directing traffic, 15 on the shot clock, inside to Mitchell. That's a great move, just not able to get it, and Minor will knock that rebound out of bounds. 14 on the shot clock. We should reset the shot clock. There we go.
CJ, just like you mentioned last game, we're looking at a foul situation.
Where Compass has only got one.
Compass might need to foul.
There's a backdoor cut by Peace. Unable to get the layup, but she did draw the foul. And it's going to be on Brooke Saunders. And Peace will go to the free throw line. She'll shoot a couple.
She's driving hard and spinning back middle every time. Watch the spin back.
That's her 8th point.
Who got new? Jalen got her.
Just an 8th grader doing a good job of directing traffic, running the offense for the Dragons. And 2 free throws makes this a 59-58 ball game. As Douglas handles for Grind Prep, she'll drive. Kick it to Jackson, who drives left. Pulls up and hits the floater. And it's 61-58.
Go get it, Jalen! Jalen, go get the ball.
Here's Mitchell. Wow. It's a good shot. Just not able to convert. Sorry, short on the jumper. Grind Prep basketball with a 3-point lead. And right at 3 minutes to play in this ball game. And Jackson, 10 on the shot clock. She'll drive it left. And they're going to call the foul on Jalen Williams.
Jalen, as soon as she drops that shoulder fall. Yeah,
And it'll reset and be Grind Prep basketball. The shot clock at 14. And it'll be Grind basketball underneath their own hoop as they inbound it. And here's Jackson for 3. No. Great job of screening out by Williams, and she gets that rebound. And she fires to the head. And hopefully you guys got a better angle to see that than I did, because I was looking at stripes the whole time there. As they get the ball to Minor, they want Deandra to run the offense, maybe get that ball inside. Here's Jackson, 5 on the shot clock. Mitchell with great defense. Shot clock reset there. I think maybe they thought Black had the basketball. So Dragon basketball, 2:11 to go, 61-58 our score. The ladies in black losing by 3. Into Mitchell. Norwood back to the corner. And there's a, I thought we had a tie ball game. Mitchell the offensive rebound. And she's fouled. Oh, they called jump ball. My bad. I thought she was fouled. And we're going to have a 30-second timeout by Grind Prep. It'll be Grind Prep basketball on the baseline. They'll have to go the length of the court. They've got 24 seconds.
Full instead, you can grab a seat. It's a full instead. It's a full timeout. They already seated. Just give me information.
They're younger than you are.
Next up,
It was.
2 p.m. game. We got DME Academy from Florida versus Royal Crown from Ontario, Canada. And Ontario is the defending world champions.
And, you know, we talked about the loss Royal Crown suffered yesterday. This is still a huge game because if Royal Crown comes back and beats DME, they'll be in first place in the Power Conference. I know yesterday's loss hurts them, but if they come back and win, they both have one loss in the Power Conference standings, and DME will have lost that tiebreaker to Royal Crown. Head-to-head will be in favor of Royal Crown, so it is still a huge game for Royal Crown to play next.
Yeah, head-to-head's going to be a big factor on that game.
So that's coming up at 2 o'clock. We have 1 minute and 56 seconds to play in this one. 61-58 is our score. And Grind Prep wanting to advance the basketball. Now, in this situation for me, Jess, I don't think I want to advance it because, you know, time, if you used up 6 or 8 seconds to get the ball up the floor, that would be okay. And here's Jackson on the drive, and she gets the banker. So the play out of the timeout works to perfection for Grind Prep, and they lead by 5 with a $1:35 to go in this one. Here's Peace getting a screen from Mitchell. She goes the other direction, and it's back, and Aldridge with the steal. And Minor will bring it up, and now you hear Coach Adamson say easy.
Yeah, now they can use the clock.
Here's Jackson back to Minor. And here comes Perry on that screen away. Douglas the drive. Ball didn't hit the rim, so Amusey comes out with it. Aldridge on the drive. She sees Norwood. Norwood unable to handle that pass. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. It'll be off the Dragons. And it'll be White basketball. This one is not over. So timeout called by Arizona Compass.
Turnovers the last 2 possessions. That's the ball game right there. Oh.
55 seconds left in the game.
It's going to be Grind Prep basketball. That timeout was called by AZ Compass, is that right? Do they have any timeouts left? So they go full court pressure. They're down by 5. Inbounded to Minor, right back to Perry. Cross court to Douglas, and they'll fire it ahead to Aldridge. At some point, does Compass have to foul? They trail by 5, not now, 8 on the shot clock. And here's Aldridge trying to spin back to the middle, loses the handle, out of bounds, and it'll be Compass basketball. They trail by 5. They've got to push it. They've got to get it up the floor. They've got to score.
Huge possession right
They don't
here.
have any timeouts left. Here's Azume. No. Rebound Minor. That might be enough for Grind Prep because now there's got to be a foul. And that foul was on Ginger Allred. And that's going to be 3 team fouls. 30-second timeout for Grind Prep. So 20 seconds to go in this one. 63-58 our score. Thirty-second timeout. So Grind Prep basketball. Perry going to the back court. They may just throw it to her. Yeah, they're just going. Jackson right in the corner. You don't want the ball there. Compass had a chance to trap right there, but Norwood going to be called for that foul. And that'll be 4 team fouls. So another foul by Norwood, and we're going to shoot to 2. And that's Norwood's 4th. Not that it matters a whole lot right now with 15.5 seconds to go. And Jayla Jackson will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple.
She's had a quiet afternoon with 8 points.
2 possession games, so these free throws are clutch. There's one. If she knocks down this free throw, makes it a 3 possession game with 15.5 seconds. I'm not sure Compass will get the ball 3 times in 15 seconds. So this is a big free throw here for Jalen. No good. Norwood the rebound.
I don't know, CJ. You were saying that last night at 8 o'clock.
I did. I said more than once, nail in the coffin. And the only nail in the coffin was our coffin. So 5.9 to go, 6-point lead for Grind Prep. All they have to do is not foul. Let Compass inbound to basketball. Here's a long jumper, no good. Norwood, or I'm sorry, that's Mitchell. Aldred will fire and miss, and that'll do it. 64-58 our final. Another good ball game, good contested game, and we're going Sanaya Douglas as our player of the game. Back with our third game, and it's going to be a doozy. DME Florida taking on the defending Grind Session champ Royal Crown. Coming your way in a few minutes. Keep it here on the Grind